Okay. Sorry, y'all. My Mevo was acting a little weird. Okay. Let's just see here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. My Mevo was acting a little bizarre, but we're good. We got it. Okay, so we're gonna be making like a little ice cream that we're gonna put in a wreath later, or maybe a swag. We might put it in a swag. All right, so let me just kind of show you. So this is one of the Dollar Tree carrot frames. So we're going to use that as the cone. And then we're either going to use the the smaller ring, or you could use the wheel, or you could use one of the bigger ones. Okay, then we're also going to use a little bit of batting. I want to put a little batting on the cone part, just because I want it to look a little rounder. Okay. Then we're going to put flowers in for the ice cream. And I've got some of the mesh. I have flowers. We have pink, yellow, and white. I have a poster board, some styrofoam. Just kind of showing you what we're going to work with here. Some foam board and some burlap. Okay, so I've got a big chunk of burlap. So let's start with the cone part. La, la, la. All right, so yesterday when I had my colonoscopy, apparently for some reason when they put me to sleep, it like set off, I don't know if it set off that crud I've had forever or my allergies or what, but I coughed through the whole surgery and then all yesterday. So I am, if you hear me coughing, that's why. I don't know why it triggered that, but it did. Okay. So this part we will use, if we use it, we'll use it when we do our little ice cream part. Okay. So we're going to take this. This is going to be our cone. And I want to use a little bit of the batting. This is pretty thin batting, but I think it'll be nice to just cover it with, just to give it, kind of smooth it out a little. All right, let's see. I'm just going to cut a whole big piece off so it's easier to work with, because I don't know how much I want to do. And it's easy to put batting in things, so I'll just do that. Okay, there we go. Okay.
Got any birdies?
I don't think so, but could you empty that and throw it away? That's from yesterday. Okay. So, I don't need that piece. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to want to double it up, because I really do want it to look smoother. Yeah, maybe. Definitely. Let's just see. Yeah, I like that. That's good. So see how that looks like an ice cream cone? All right, that's good. Okay, so we're gonna need all right, so I'm leaving this stem part on, but we're not gonna cover that part. Okay. So cut it like right there. Okay. Okay. So I'm just going to glue this part on. Okay. Let's see, do I have my little stick over here? No. Yes. Here. Okay. I probably should have gotten out my glue gun, but I didn't. Okay, so I'm just going to paint it on there. Get that going. Okay. So this is just a stick that has some glue on it, and it makes it a little bit easier for me to pick up the glue on from my glue pot. Okay. I don't really care what the back looks like, but you see, so that's going to make it look, you know, nice and the way I want it to look. Okay. Let's see. I'm just going to kind of cut it so I have a few inches there. I'm not sure what we're going to put this on yet, but I'm thinking probably a swag, because I think a swag would be perfect for this because it's going to be longer. I thought, or it could even be something you put in a tree, like a Christmas tree or something. Cut off some of this excess we don't need. There we go. Okay. I only had one polyp, and they did remove that, so not bad. I do have to do it again in 5 years, but thanks, honey. But other than that, it was good, except for the whole coughing fit thing. I thought I was over this crud, but I guess I'm not. Okay, see, look how nice that looks. I'm gonna make this into more of a point. So let's fix that. Goodness, I didn't need that much glue. There we go. Before it really sticks. Okay, there. Ah. See? Okay, now I'm going to see if I did it, if I covered it now, you're going to see the white through there. So I'm going to put a little bit of this felt on. That's good. Okay. Alrighty. Get this put on. I just want to kind of cover the white. None of this has to be perfect because I'm going to really kind of fix it with the burlap. And I want it to be a little thicker because I don't want it to just look like thin and flat. So oh my gosh, guess who I saw when I took my hairdresser her wreath? Guess who was over there getting their hair done? It was Share Bear. Share Bear was in her chair. I was like, oh my gosh. You didn't tell me you were coming over here? There. Okay. Now, let me get this situated. Okay. Yeah, so I didn't go live the day we worked on my storage unit because, quite frankly, after we worked on it, I was exhausted. It was a lot of work. Just even getting that little bit amount done really was a lot. Okay, there we go. Look, that looks so good. Okay, now I'm gonna fix the rest of this, but I just want to show you. So then when we put this across, you're not going to be able to tell, right? Because it's just going to look like pretty much the same color. Okay. Since the burlap is going to cover it, it doesn't have to be perfect, so I can patchwork it together just to cover the white, because you're not going to be able to tell. Yeah. Ooh, hot. Okay. There. Usually when I do stuff like this, I use my glue gun that doesn't have a lot of heat on it. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Because it's easy to burn yourself when you're using like regular glue, because it gets so hot. Even on the lower settings, it gets hot. Okay. Alright. I don't really care what the back looks like because you're not going to see it. Okay, now, remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. You just want it to not have blaring white spots in it. So, I gotta get my fan on. There we go. we just used one sheet. There we go. Cut this part off. There. This excess off. Okay. Now I am leaving this little part up here because I want to attach whatever wheel I'm going to use to that, so that we have, you know, place to put the florals. Okay, let's see. All right, so if we did this one, we could even do two. Let's see. I don't know. I might like the wheel. I think I kind of like the wheel. All right, let's get the burlap covering here. I am actually going to do some stuff back here. What do y'all think? The wheel or the two smaller ones? Hey there. All right. I want to actually zip tie this part in here. So I just want to make sure it's not going to come loose. How are y'all doing today anyways? Okay. That way I don't have to worry about, you know, it being like glue that comes loose or anything like that. Okay, I want to make sure I get the point there. Okay. That's good. Alrighty. I want it to look like a cone, so I'm going to cover it a couple times, and I want these lines, I may even kind of see if I can see how it has those, so that it kind of looks like a cone. You know how the cones do the little come up thing like that? Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so let's get this part fixed. Okay. So I think in this instance the zip ties work a lot better. Okay. I'm also going to put some pipe cleaners back here for hanging. There we go. Okay. Alright, so from the front that looks really good. Okay. I'm thinking maybe like that. Yeah, that looks good. See how it has that? Okay. before we go any further, let's get some pipe cleaners here. Let's just use the open one. Okay, I want one. So there's little wires in here, so I'm going to use the wires, you know, on the frame. Okay, there's one. Okay, here's two. See the little wires on the frame? Right in there. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay. I think what I want to do, cut this off. Now you could do this with the smaller one. The smaller amount of burlap is what I mean. Okay. Let's put this through here. I'm going to cover it up so it looks nice and neat. There we go. There. Okay. There. Right. Let's do one more zip tie up in here. Okay. This will just keep it from moving. Okay. There. Yeah, that looks good. Whoop, hold on. My end came loose. Okay. That's because I haven't zip tied it. Let's get some. Okay. Okay. Okay, so if you weren't going to put this on a wreath and you were just going to hang it or something, I would just cover the back where the zip ties are. Okay. Otherwise, I would not, because you're not going to see it. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right. There. Oh, look how cute that is. Okay. Now, I want to take, let's see, I kind of want to go like that. So it looks like, you know, like a seam from the ice cream. I just used this really big piece because I knew I had it. Okay. Might be easier to do the seam with the smaller one. Alright, let's see. Yeah. I think I kind of want the seam to be up there, like that. Alright, so about like that. Okay. Don't need this part. Just cut that off. Okay. Yeah. That looks awesome. I love that. Okay. Sparkle. We love the sparkle, don't we? Who doesn't love sparkle? Okay. There. Okay, there's that part. Okay, now let's fix the bottom here. That through. These pipe cleaners will help keep it in place as well. And all of this kind of bulks it up so that it looks, you know, more rounded and not like flat. I just didn't want it to look, I did not want it to look flat. Okay. Let's debulk it here. Okay, there. Okay, so we're just about done with the cone part. Okay, get this kind of tucked in here. There. Zip tie it all together. If you want to cover your zip ties, just get some felt. I just put some old felt on it. Oh, that is, look at that. That is so cute. Okay, now we got this part done. So this, we have 2 places to tie it in, and then we'll do another one up top. I'm thinking about right here. We're probably going to cut this part off. These little pieces at the bottom. So this is the wheel. Get out some zip ties here. Oh look, there's pipe cleaners in there too. I don't know where those came from. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Okay. So I'm going to zip tie. I'm going to zip tie it in multiple places to keep it steady. That's good. All right, so I'm gonna cut off some of this right here. Okay, so I don't want that. I don't want the pieces that are gonna like stick out. So these are pretty easy to cut. I'm going to cut off these sharp edges here because I just don't want to hurt myself. Okay, and then I'll tie that down. All right, so this is how we're looking now. That's cute. That's kind of funny looking. Okay, now I do want to put the mesh on it because the mesh is going to kind of hold it together. Okay, so it doesn't have to be perfect because the flowers are going to hide a lot. Okay. Now this part you could do with pipe cleaners. Let's see. This right here is 14 by 11. Okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. I just want it to, it's going to help give stability. Okay, and you'll see why I'm using the mesh when we get this other part out in a minute. Okay. Because what I want to do is make sure I support it so it's not flopping over. Okay. We're going to cut off a lot of this. There. And I'm not using a whole lot of the pipe cleaner. I'm just using like enough to attach it. Okay. There. Let's do it up here. Okay. So, y'all, I am officially done with homeschool. I feel like I need to have a party. A no homeschool party. I'm so happy about that. I could jump up and down. Okay. Just making sure I get all of it tied down nicely. Okay. Okay. Then I'm going to give you some options of how you can do this next part. I do want to kind of do. Okay. One in the middle here. And I want to go through both of these. Okay. There. Now we have a nice shape. Okay. Look how cute that is. Yes, graduation. Okay, so you can put the foam board in the back just to cover everything and make it look nice and neat. You can also put the foam board on the front and use that to poke through, because remember now it has styrofoam in it. I want to use the super thin styrofoam sheet. Okay. What I'm gonna do, Oh, there they are. Oh, I don't want to paint there. Oh, here we go. Okay. So I want to do florals on mine. If you were going to do mesh, you could just do it with this. And you wouldn't need anything else. Okay. I want to do florals. Okay. So, I'm going to cut this piece off. I'm sorry, I know it's loud. I need to get my other one. It's better. There we go. Alright, let me get my other cutter. It's just better. Okay, here we go. Alright. So this is like a 1/4 inch. Right? It's like a 1/2 inch. So this is 1/2 inch. Doesn't have to be perfect. You know, we're going to have florals on it. That'll cover a lot. Okay. Okay. Now, you can put the styrofoam in the front. Okay, and then the way that we will attach it is with floral pins, right? So you would just trim the floral pins off and then just right into the styrofoam. Okay? This, I think is, let me see how, let's see how deep I need. Okay. You can also do zip ties. So this is about 1 inch. So you can just put the inch in there like that. Okay, or you can do zip ties. Here we go. This one's kind of big. Let's get my other one. Where is it? Huh. That's weird. What did it be? Really not in here. Huh. I was looking for my awl. I might be able to put it through. Yeah. There we go. Okay, I just put it through. That'll be fine. There. Okay. So that's how I'll do it. But I wanted to give you options on how you can do it. In this middle part, I will do the pins, just because it would be really hard to get the zip ties through here. But on this other part, I can just do zip ties. Okay. Well, that's not what I wanted it to do. Let's go through the other way. I think it works better the other way. Okay. Oh, I got a better idea. Let's do small ones. Okay. There. Okay, one more ought to do it. All these things together should hold each other in place. Okay, there we go. There. Okay. Oh, that's so cute. Now, I wanted to do, I was thinking about pink on the bottom. Let's see here. I want to just see how that's going to look. That's cute. Okay. I'll see if I have enough. I'm hoping I do. I just want a little tiny bit of pink at the bottom. Okay. Well, I don't want the leaf part. I want to push them all the way down and back through the back. So I haven't glued it on yet. So it's coming right now. There we go. I think I have those too close. Let's see. Okay, so I think I'm going to do it so that they're just slightly overlapping a little bit. That. Yes, that's so cute. Okay. Okay. There. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Oh, look how cute that is. All right. I was also thinking we may put like one at the top here to make another, you know, like layer. But I want to see what it looks like with these. Now when we get done, I want to bend these over a little, and I'm going to take this, I'm going to cut it, and we're going to attach it to the back of this. I do want to take a couple of pipe cleaners and get these in. Okay. Because we want to make sure we have something to tie this top part. That's so cute! Look at that. Okay, let's glue these in first. Whoops, I forgot. That's the one that I bent over. Okay. So I have about 2 inches, I think. About 2 inches on these. Okay, this one over 2. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna get, this time we'll get glue on them. and put it through again. Okay. See, and that's going to cover that edge. Okay. There we go. Yeah. One more. Do this one. There. So I want to let it kind of dry a little bit before I flip that over and put the little ends, right? So I'm going to bend these over a little. It's just kind of a, you know, something to kind of, an extra little piece to keep it on. Okay. We may use these. We may put some, like right in here. We'll see. I don't know yet. All right. Now I have yellow. Okay, so we're going to do some yellow and white at the top. Now you could do, what I was thinking is you could do a lot of really fun stuff with this, right? You could do a Halloween one. You could do a patriotic one. You could do a Christmas one, you know, like with candy colors. There's just like so many things you could do. Okay, this is wow, that's a long number. These are from Stephanie, Festive Creations by Stephanie. So we should be able to get links for these. But these are just like carnation type flowers, which I thought would be really good. The pink I wanted to do a little larger just so it would kind of come over the edge. But then the yellow, I didn't want it to be too big. So I kind of went with a smaller flower. Okay, we're probably going to have to cut a lot of this off. That's way too long, I can tell. So I'm just going to kind of butt them up against each other because I don't want to see, you know, anything. I have to figure out what I want to do about that edge. Okay. I'm thinking I might put the flower on the edge. That's kind of what I had been thinking about doing. Okay. Now let's let it kind of sit over it. There we go. Yeah, they do kind of look real. I have all these flowers and I wanted to do something fun and different with them. And this is what I came up with. Isn't it fun though? So see, we'll be able to bend these over. Just give it a little bit more stability there. See? Okay. I think this is adorable. This is so cute. And this is great to do with your extra flowers. Okay. I know for sure I want to take one of these and put it on the side so that I can make sure it's going to cover that side. This has some cute greenery on it. I'll have to save that greenery for something else because it's really cute. You could do any colors you want with this. See, I put it on the side, so now it's not going to show on the side. Okay. And I was thinking 2 layers with the yellow. And I specifically did yellow because the pink has the yellow in the center. So that's kind of why I picked that. There we go. But you can do any colors you want, and I think you could do like any theme you want. Like if you did Halloween, you could do like little spider web stuff down here. If you did Christmas, you could put candies up here on top of the ice cream or on the cone. This thing would be fun. This here, the number is so long. 7359 7712 9224. So we'll have to just find them and put a link because these are. Although I will say, Sims has carnations. So if you want to do carnations like I'm doing, you can just get some from Sims. There we go. Oh, this is so cute. I'm digging this. This is so cute. Okay. All right, let's do our ones on the side. Yeah. So see, I'm just putting it kind of inside like this. Like that. Like I know you can get black and purple flowers at Sims, which I think would be really cute if you did like a version of this for like Halloween. This would also be something really cute to do a video on if you do videos. So okay. Let's see these. I might have to use, these are kind of like not like I thought they were. So let me see if yeah, I think I can. Okay. I think I'm going to have to put it on some of this. There we go. I didn't realize they were kind of like floppy like that. That makes it different. So we're going to have to, but that's not a problem. We can fix that. But you see, I I wanted to do like progressively smaller flowers. Okay, this one is, oh good Lord, it's another long number. 7359777676314. Okay, let me get some of this stuff off. Alrighty. Okay. Whoop. Didn't come out. I can. I think we'll just do these at the top. Okay. There. All right. It's no fun if it's not creative. Right? I like it to be different and fun. Okay. The little piece is stuck down in there. Okay. Okay. I think I'm going to do just a little bit more yellow and then we're going to do the white. It's always good to have extra ones of these for sure. Oh, this one didn't come out. Okay. This one did not. Some of them, the little thing doesn't want to come out, but it's okay. We'll still be able to use it. These are coming out. Okay. I mean, they put some serious glue at the end of these things. You can also use just the regular floral wire. Some of these that are a little bit smaller. Okay. Alright. About ready here. Some of them come right off and some just don't. So have y'all started on fall yet? Let's see how far. Yeah, I want to finish up the yellows and then we're going to do the white. Okay. Just going to put a little bit kind of in here. Then we're going to put the white in. Okay. There we go. All right, now let's do the white. There. There. That's so cute. There. Oh, I can tell you that's too long. Alrighty. There. I need one over there. Here. Whoop. And right there. Okay. Look how cute that is. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Now you can see there's a lot of places where I just need to fold it over. I'm not too worried about this because we're going to be covering this. But I kind of intentionally did that because I wanted to just have a little something that would keep them in a little bit better. There. I want to put some of these kind of around the top. Okay. What'd you look at? Oh, you haven't even finished your Easter wreath yet? That's okay. Things happen. You know? Okay. I think I might have another one of these bushes downstairs. I'll have to check because I probably would want to put it all the way across. but don't have enough with me right this second. Okay. Oh my gosh, look how cute that is. That is so cute. All right, now let's fix the back here. Okay. This here will provide stability. It'll provide support, cover, you name it. I probably should have done this before, but of course I didn't, because I don't think about it until I'm done, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I probably should have done that. It's okay though. I can easily trim it down. This is my favorite tool on the planet. If I'm doing anything with foam board, this is what I use. This thing is super easy to deal with. We're not going to use those. You could also put a cherry on the top. So if you have a little bit of red flower, just put a cherry on the top. So this cuts foam. It's an X-Acto knife, okay, but it has a handle on it. It just makes it easier to cut, easier to get in there. See how nice that cuts? Yeah, that's good. I might want to trim it off just a tiny bit. Let's see. That right there. Okay. So just a little bit here. A little bit around this edge here. Yep. There. Okay, let's see. Yep, good. Okay. And you can adjust how far out the little blade is. So if you need to kind of pick it up and go through, you can do that. There we go. This stuff is super easy to cover as well. The foam board, I mean. Okay. But having it sandwiched like this is going to give it a lot of support. There. It's still a little bit off. Yeah, definitely do this part before you do it. Don't do what I did. I probably have another one of these wheels around here, but I'd have to figure out where it is. There we go. That ought to do it. Okay. Yes. Very good. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Now, I do have thankfully so we can kind of trace this one out. I just like to use this stuff for support because once you start getting everything on there, it can start getting a little loosey-goosey. So if you put some foam board in the back, it'll make it super sturdy. So this is the same stuff we'll be using when we do any kind of wreath attachment. I think this is a fun wreath attachment, but perfect. Just what I need. Okay, good. Now, close that up. So I can attach it with zip ties, but what I really want to do, okay, is figure out the placement of the, I can't figure out where I put my, so this is where the little pipe cleaners are, so I want to make sure I can get those through. Okay. Very important. Okay. And then I just zip tie the edges, or you could just leave it like that. See, what that'll do is when you put it in, it's not going to flop around. If you see any of it from the outside, just trim that off. Okay, so just take your little thing and trim it off. That's why, you know, you may end up with smaller than your original piece because you don't want to see it, so just kind of trim it off. And then, you know, you won't see it from the front. So, and all that does is provide support. Okay. Now, if I was going to make this to sell, I would cover this. But since I know it's just going to go on a wreath, I am not going to worry about it. All right. Now, let's see. This one is still too far over here. There. Okay. And there. Okay. See, now if I pick this up, that's why it's good to do this. All right, now, let's see. Got it right there. And about right there. Okay. Okay. Holes in the wrong place. Hold on. Now I got it. Okay. Now, all right, let's look at it. Sometimes this thing is kind of hard to, I think it's because my hands aren't great. Okay. Okay. Look! Oh my gosh, that's so cute. This is so cute. See, from the back it doesn't look messy. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. That is so cute. See, and I've got the flowers on the sides, so you can't really see anything from the sides. But from the front, you can't even tell that we have the poster board in the back. That just gives it that little bit of stability. I just like to do that. Isn't that cute? I think that's so cute. And it's sturdy. It's not going anywhere. Okay, so we'll be putting it in, I'm thinking a swag. But I will probably go back and put just a couple of zip ties in here just to keep it in place. But nothing special about that. About doing that, I mean. All right. That was fun. I just want to do something different. So you could also do it upside down like this and do a hat for, like, I would kind of flatten the bottom a little bit, but you could do like a hat for Halloween and then put, you know, the flowers down here at the bottom and then just make this like flatter. That would be super cute to do like a hat or like a scarecrow, and then you could make the round face. That would be cute. I like that too. Yeah. That would be a fun one to do. Awesome. And it was all from this little thing. Oh, look, there's a flower. Let's get that flower. Let's put that in. Thank you. Yeah, you could put a spot of glue on the back if you're worried about the flowers falling out. I really don't think they will. So that's why I did the styrofoam instead of just doing the foam or just doing the mesh. Because then you know, your flowers are gonna really stay put. But you could do like a little cherry on top right here if you wanted. I think that would be cute too. All right, that was fun. We'll have to come up with some other things we could do with it because I thought this was just fun. Okay, well, I hope y'all have a good night. Oops, I'm just dropping things everywhere, y'all. Oh, there's 2 more flowers. I might be able to cover that top after all. Sweet. All right, y'all have a good one. And I will save this because we're going to be putting it in something because I think it'll be fun. All right. All right, I'll see y'all probably tomorrow night. I'll probably be on tomorrow night. Cool. All right. Bye, y'all.